Hey folks, welcome back to Majora's Mask. We're here on the Great Bay Coast running into walls.
It's a really hard slalom.
It's super difficult, okay? Have you ever tried to drift on a horse?
Have you ever seen the Olympic slaloms? They're just like freaking like moving their knees up and down.
It's freaking...
So
it's
vigorously.
intense.
Well, the point is you need Olympic practice in order to do things like this.
And Link, unfortunately, missed the Olympics because he's stuck in a 3-day cycle.
And kind of in a different dimension.
That too. Anyway, here on the Great Bay Coast, we have some pirates to deal with, basically. And relevant to our pirate shenanigans is this guy, who hangs around shirtless and also really wants a picture of a pirate for reasons. Have you ever tried drifting on a seahorse? It's even harder than on a regular horse.
Drifting?
Yeah.
What would you drift, theoretically?
I mean...
What do
Have you tried going through like an Olympic level slalom while riding a seahorse? It's difficult, right?
Yeah. Considering seahorses don't like to be ridden.
It's true. Anyway, he really wants a photo, a pictograph of one of the female pirates for reasons.
For
reasons. And we're gonna go get one for him. Among other things, we're going to retrieve from the pirate base. Pirate base is hidden just a little ways to the right over here.
Activate Lanky mode.
I really like this place at sunset. It's all sunsetty. It's the prettiest the N64 can do, okay.
Yeah, interesting filter. Which is just make things more blue. Everything green, everything blue.
So, hidden underwater is a secret entrance that I'm totally missing. I'm going the wrong direction. There's a secret entrance to the pirate base. One of these panels opens up a path, and I just happen to choose the correct one because I'm smart like that.
Aha!
Yeah, it's one of those trial and error things. There's no giant neon arrow saying, hello, this is the correct entrance.
I guess it's really following like most of the Zelda gameplay. If you don't know what you're doing,
Burn every bush in Hyrule.
then you probably don't know. You're not gonna do it.
Anyway, this area, the Gerudo Pirate Fortress.
So what happens if you fall in the water?
Fall in the water, there are skeleton fish who will try to eat you.
Like that?
Observe. There aren't too many of them, but they're annoying. Basically, this place follows the same principle as the Gerudo Fortress in Ocarina of Time. Hello, skeleton fish. In that the pirates don't want you here, and if they see you, they will throw you out. But unlike Ocarina of Time, there are two ways to go about it. You can either do it stealth-wise, or you can wear the stone mask and none of them will notice you. Guess which one I'm doing.
The stealth one.
No. Good guess. You get a 50% chance. And there are a number of other similarities to the Gerudo Fortress that we will see once we get in there. First, we have another super stylish entrance.
Well, you don't go in that giant tube?
No, you don't go in the exhaust vent, because it's flowing the wrong way.
But this whole game is counterintuitive.
No. But see this one that doesn't have a current? That's the one you can enter. If you tried to enter the other one, it would push you away and be like, no, don't even. So this is a nice way of showing off the Zorth Link's capabilities. He can both swim around and bust up obstacles, or he can walk around and bust up obstacles.
Kame. Kame. Fence.
Also note that it is not Epona's fault that I keep running into walls, because Zora Link also likes to run into walls.
So you can see all the abilities of Zora Link.
Like, pulling blocks? Such gameplay has never been seen before in a Zelda game.
So why'd you pull that one out to begin with?
Because I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay.
Basically, it's pull the second one out to make room for the first one. Or something. No, is that what we did? I don't know what we did.
I failed to see the purpose of the blocks because I didn't see you mess up the puzzle.
I did the puzzle successfully. And
So the puzzle
only
has been
so much you can
completed,
do.
even though we don't know what the puzzle was.
The puzzle was pushing and pulling blocks. In what direction? I'm not sure. Whatever. It's one of those things where if you do it wrong the first time, you'll do it right the second time. You'll be like, oh, whoops, I did that wrong, and then you'll do it right.
You know, speaking of masks, I was watching the beginning of the movie Face Off and then gave up.
I've never seen Face Off. Is that one Nicolas Cage and John Travolta?
Yeah.
See, that seems like a winning combination.
It seems like a winning combination until you realize that John Travolta needs to turn into Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of turning things into
I was
Nicolas
hoping
Cage...
would be the opposite.
No, speaking of turning things into Nicolas Cage, there's a wonderful Tumblr that you should all see. Is Nicolas Cage X Pokemon, in which the guy puts Nicolas Cage's face on every Pokemon.
Is that the same thing as Nick Cage's Everyone?
Well, Nick Cage's Everyone expands to non-Pokemon subjects, but since I'm speaking to a primarily Nintendo audience, I figured they would appreciate the Pokemon focus.
You didn't make it, so
I didn't make it, no.
looks like you have to try again.
It looks like either Goron Link, if he's fast enough, or the Bunny Hood, which I don't have right now, would be the way to go.
Well, I guess it'd be that, yep. And I
Yeah.
assume that's what the barrels were for, too.
The brows?
The barrels.
The barrels were there to get in your way, but yeah, the ones that are on the edge there were meant to stop you so you could change direction easier. It's a neat little thing that they do to help you.
Sometimes.
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 There will be a time when they don't, and it will be very delayed.
So shoot for the stars then?
Shoot for the stars? What?
More of a rhombus crystal.
Yeah, shoot the crystal to cause a thing to happen, and a thing will happen.
So shoot the thing and it does the stuff.
Shoot the thing so the thing happens so you can go into the place. Now see, that's the vent, you see, that
So
you
that
wanted
takes
to
you out
enter
of-
earlier.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you get caught up in that, it'll send you straight back out. Don't do it. I know all the cool kids are doing it, but you are above that.
Well, yeah, because it's below sea level.
Yeah, see. Anyway, simple little combination thing here. Hit one type of switch and then hit the other type of switch.
What's that? I shot my arms at you.
I don't know what sort of evolutionary decision was made there. Also, you can totally make that jump. Viewers, do you know of any wildlife that can shoot, like, its own body parts at things and then reattach them? Because I know, like, sea cucumbers will poop on things, but I don't think it reabsorbs the poop.
So reusable, expendable body parts.
Yeah. It'd be like throwing your appendix at someone. And then reabsorbing your appendix.
It's like surgery and then surgery again.
So this has gotten very, very visual. Anyway, don't fall off unless you're a jackass. If you fall off, you have to go through that again. There will be a shorter way to get back in once we obtain a certain thing from in here, but we need to obtain that certain thing.
Ah, the stealth setup.
Yep. And you can totally do this the stealth way if you want. One thing you can do is bust out the bow and arrow and shoot the pirates, and they'll be stunned. Did what?
So you can just snipe them.
Yeah, you can snipe them if you're a good shot, but as many of you know, I am not a good shot.
Especially on this wonderful N64 game played on a GameCube controller.
On a Wii console. So many layers. It's like parfait.
Yes.
Exactly like parfait.
I dibs on granola.
I'm okay with this. Anyway, you can see a bunch of these posts just hanging around. Do you have any idea what those might be for?
Mail.
No. No, they're not for mail. Anyway, this looks to be some sort of throne room, and it has some sort of wonderful prize, but the pirates here are immune to the stone mask.
So you got yourself thrown out intentionally because you were done here?
No, because I didn't realize that they were immune to the stone mask. And there's no indicator that they are immune to the stone mask, it's just that they want you to do a certain scripted sequence in order to get in there, rather than just walk right in. And they couldn't think of a way to indicate.
But waltzing through games. You see, some gamers, some developers just don't appreciate the dance.
So many of these doors are just out of reach. Whatever will we do?
Halo reached them.
Was Halo Reach a good game?
I didn't particularly enjoy it, but I'm not a Halo expert by any means.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, neither of us can talk authoritatively on the subject then.
All I know is Aliens, Guns, Commander Chief.
Master Chief.
Master Commander.
That was an okay movie. That was the one where they're like coming back from the Galapagos.
Galapagos Islands?
Yeah.
Who is in this?
I don't know. I saw it when I was young and foolish. Anyway, not only are these guys immune to the stone mask, they're immune to arrows as well.
What, how do you fight it?
You'll see. Well, first you shoot a bunch of arrows at them and realize it's not working.
How much like?
I was like, I must be missing by like a fraction of a pixel. But yeah, they teach you how to deal with. Well, they don't even teach you. There are ways to deal with these pirates, and then suddenly they don't work, even though the pirates look the same. And you're like, well, what do I do?
Everything you've been taught is wrong.
I don't understand what I am supposed to do in this situation.
Man, you just change the color.
I mean, the highly ranked pirates are indeed a different color, but those ones look the same. Anyway, what you're supposed to do is stumble around and look for other doors you can go in, and that will lead you here, which is kind of the upper area. And maybe if you looked around in that room and didn't get caught, you could see that there was this little window here.
Let me guess, you need to shoot that?
Yeah.
Oh.
But first, a cutscene. Anyway, you may remember that the singer, Lulu, I think her name is, had all of her eggs stolen, and the Zora that we are now possessing, went to try to save the eggs from the pirate fortress, but died.
Sounds very helpful.
Yeah. Now the eggs are gone, and there's a thing that these guys want to...
So she has to find a bunch of eggs, and we have to find them first.
Yeah, she wants to get all the eggs, because if you collect all the eggs, you get access to a magical storm cloud, and there must be a thing there.
Magical storm cloud.
Yeah. See, there's a treasure in a temple.
Laputa?
No, it's in the sea. Soponyo.
Okay. Wait. Storm cloud to go into the sea?
Okay, so there's like a temple surrounded by a storm cloud, and if you collect all the eggs, somehow you get access to the temple.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, unleash the bees. It's like that episode of Oprah.
I was thinking Wicker Man, but okay.
Quicker Man too, if we're on the Nicolas Cage tangent.
Yeah, I was on the subject.
And this is where I remembered I forgot my sword, because it's in the smithy. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be a fun experience, because a sword comes in handy, as you might suspect.
Swords are nice when you fight things.
Yeah, and we will be fighting things. Anyway, now that all the pirates are cleared out of there, we can go in and get our wonderful prize.
They're afraid of bees, but some weird dude in a funky mask are like, what are you doing?
I mean, bees have a pointy thing, and at this point in time, I did not have a pointy thing.
Now I got a pointy thing.
Now I have a pointy thing. But it's not as pointy as I might like. Anyway, this is the hook shot, which is a very cool thing. Are you familiar with the art of the hook shot?
It's like a grapple hook.
Basically.
But Batman style.
Yeah.
Batman grapple hook.
Yeah, it's basically you point and shoot a thing, and if it's the right kind of thing, you will be drawn towards it.
Alright, that is one really messed up oyster.
I think it's a clam. I can't tell.
Muscle.
I don't know. It's not anchored to anything,
I don't
which
know,
makes
you
it
can tell it's dead
biologically
solid, it's dead
incorrect.
The
I demand
spikes are on
something.
the back side?
Yeah, like the hinge is spiked. So it has to ram backwards into its enemies. Anyway, there are 4 eggs here that we need to rescue, but unfortunately we only have 2 bottles. One is filled with gold dust. So we can't carry that many eggs right now. We will find a way around this.
We're gonna start by reacquiring a sword.
Maybe. Stay tuned. But first we're going to return the egg that we did rescue to this research laboratory. Not to its mother, no. But to the Marine Research Lab. And drop it into a fish tank.
So, remember, not only through magic is this solved, but also through genetic engineering.
And you need to talk to the crazy person before...
Very qualified doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Funny Face's PhD.
There we go. 1 egg of 7 returned.
Well, I thought there were 4.
There are 4 in the Pirate Fortress and 3 in the Great Eel Fortress thing. There are 3 more eggs that the pirates are trying to find in, like, the eel nest. And that was the end of the episode. Bye, everyone.
Ciao.